Hi guys, how are you? This is George. Welcome back to our GH live stream. So today we are going to show you these colors, the G6402. So for the colors, we have 6 pieces color. And here's the colors. There's 6 pieces fast drying dipping powder. And 4 pieces dip glue, the base, the activator, and the top, and the brush saver. So for the colors, as you can see, it's the old time color with the purple shimmer. So you can see under the camera, there are 6 pieces, there are old time colors for this kit, the G6402. And today we are going to show you this tutorial, how to do the gold foil and do the decors and light the color, the glitter color. So for this kit, we have the limited time lining deal now. You could, by searching GHdip to get the limited time lining deal. The price only $25.5. So here's the time. If you are mixed the limited time lining deal, you could combine this kit to buy the dip powder or accessories kit together. By these 2 kits together, you will get only $45. For the G6402 and combined with the dip powder accessories kit, it's only $45. So it's available price. So let's go. Later we're going to show you the tutorial how to make the design by this kit. So for this kit, the G6402 is on the limited time lining deal now. So you just enter the Amazon.com by searching GHdip that you could get the favorable price for this kit. So here we go. We are going to do the demo, the tutorial. So here's the color. Today we chose the 128, this purple shimmer. And here's another color, 129. It's same the purple shimmer, but a little bit darker. So here's the 131. This one just like a little bit orange shimmer. For those colors, it's kind of suitable for the autumn season. And later we're going to show you how to make them with the gold foil and to do the decoration with the gems and the glitter. So here's our bumper pad. For the bumper pads, you can find from our dip powder accessories kit. So for this kit, we have all kind of the nail tools for powder for you. First, you will need to use the bumper pad to dry the nail bed. But if you're at home, you have the pre-balm or any other balm primer from other brand, it's okay that you could use them to dry the nail bed first. Then your powder will be more stick with your nails. But for our bumper pads, it's without any smell and with fragrance. So here's the clear powder, the natural powder. It's 2 ounces. It's from our dip powder accessories kit too. It's 2 ounces, so the size is 4 times bigger than the ½ ounce. So it could be durable and long time using. So here's our number 1 base. For base, it could be easily open for every time and without any stringy look. So when you brush it, you could control it easily. But every time, please brush evenly from the middle left to the right. And then dip into the clear powder. So for the clear powder, we use it to act the base because later we're going to do the ombre for these 2 fingers. So first, we are going to apply the base to your entire nail and then dip into the natural powder. So for our natural powder, it could use as the base and it could use as the cover to protect your nail design. So first, we are going to use those 4 fingers to make the design. So we need to use the clear powder first. Then, because our model is with the fake nails, the artificial nails, so if you do not want the nails look through or see through, that's we need to use the clear powder as the base first. So we need to apply the base to your entire nail. Do not let the base to get on your cuticle. And then dip into the clear powder and take out. For our clear powder, it's the fast shine dipping powder too. So now we are going to using the brush to tap off. It won't affect your brush, it won't stick with your brush because our powder could be dried itself within 30 seconds. So for those fingers, we already done the first layer as the base. So for the shop now, actually we do not suggest to do the clear powder as the first. So here's the shimmer. This shimmer you could, it's not our product now, but if you have any suggestion, you could contact with us. So for this kit, we have the limited time sliding deal now. So for the first layer, we need to apply the base to your entire nail. And then, using the brush to help to do the ombre. So for the ombre to do the fast shine dipping powder, actually you need to using the brush to help you to tap on your nails, and then to tap off any excess. So you need to brush off any excess powder. So we just do that on the top. As you can see, on the nail edge, we didn't apply any powder because later we are going to apply some shimmer from the top and to the bottom. It just like the ombre now because it looks more natural. So at first, you need to apply the powder or the shimmer or any glitter by using the brush. You could prepare 2 brushes to help you, but we just do the tutorial. We're just using 1 brush. If you're doing your own nails, it's better to using 2 brushes. So after doing all this, we are going to using the clear powder to protect your design. So first, we need to brush the base to your entire nail again. And then we could using the nail tips, or if you have the cuticle pusher, you could screw the powder and sprinkle on the nails. And then the nails won't feel so thick. So we're going to do another nails to do the ombre again, but this time we bring the orange shimmer and 1 purple shimmer. We're going to using the base again. For the base, we need to use it for every time. So actually, when you apply the base to your entire nail, you need to keep your brush flat and brush evenly, or the powder will be easily bumpy. At the first, you need to stir the powder too. So now we apply some powder and tap on the nails from the top, and then we need to apply another color and doing the same way to sprinkle on your nails. and then using the brush to tap off any excess. So here is our second layer. For the base, you need to apply it to your entire nail, and then using the brush to help, and then to tap on the nails like that. But you need to do it as fast as you can, and you could try to fix it if you find it's not perfect on the critical part, near the critical part. So, and then using the brush to help to tap off. For the brush, the dust removal brush, you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit too. So now we're going to apply the third layer for the base. So every time you need to use it slightly if you are not so professional. And then when you're doing the ombre, if your nails are short, I think you need to using the smaller brush. This brush is kind of larger than we expect. So if your nails are short, you need to using two brush, but with less hair, small sizes. So now we already done the ombre. Here we are going to apply another layer on, and then to scoop the clear powder to cover your design. Because this kit, the G6402, is the shimmer kit. So for the shimmer, when you after the design, after using, you need to use the clear powder to protect. Because the shimmer will be easy to be fire off or buffer off. So return to another hand, we are doing the same design for this now. If you just enter our live stream room, so follow this step again. First, you need to apply the base to your entire nail, but do not let the base get on your cuticle. And then to apply some powder, and then sprinkle on the nail plate from the top. And then to apply some powders. It just do the combination for two colors. And then using the brush to help to tap out excess. So as I mentioned, if your nails are short, I think it's better to use the small sizes of the brush to help to sprinkle the powder. You need to tap on the nails like that, with warmth. And actually, you could do it as fast as you can. And then to tap off excess. Every time, because our powder are smooth enough, so actually you will not feel so thick on your nail. So we're going to apply the powder from the top and going to tap on the nails. And then select another color, doing the same way. Normally, if we are doing the ombre, we doing 3 coats. But if you doing the solid color, the symbol now looks 2 coats is enough because our powder is with full pigment and smooth enough. So we're going to apply another layer of the base to your entire nail, because later we're going to scoop the clear powder and sprinkle on the nails and to protect your design. And for our clear powder, it's the fast drying dipping powder system too. So actually you do not need to apply any activator to make it dry. The powder could be dried by itself within 30 seconds, no matter what temperature is in the room. So for another finger, the top finger, we are going to do the designs extra fast. We repeat this now. We need to Yeah, for every time we need to keep relaxed when you're doing the nail art process. That makes your nail more perfect. So here we are going to apply the base to your entire nail and then to apply some powder from the top and then tap 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 on the nails. And actually you could control the powder where it goes, because when you apply the base to your nail plate and then the powder will be stick with it. So you can control where you want the powder to go. So for the first layer, we're already done, and then to apply the base again. And then we are going to apply some shimmer. For this shimmer, actually, you cannot find from our website, but if you have any suggestion for the color, you could scan the QR code on your right side, I think. You could scan the QR code and join into our Facebook group to give us some advice or suggestion for the colors you like. Then we will consider and launch at our shop. And for the finals, as I mentioned, if you are doing the shimmer color, you need to using the clear powder, or you call it the natural powder, to protect your nail design. And for the way we're using to sprinkle on the nails, we did not dip into the nails because easily to let it get bumpy. But when you screw and sprinkle on the nails, it feel more thin on your nails. Will not feel so thick. So for those color, for those now 4 fingers we are already done, we are turned to another nails. So let's see what we are going to make for this now. We need to use the base again. For the base, we need to apply it to your entire nail for every time, but do not let it get on your critical part. And we're using another purple shimmer. This one is a little bit lighter than the last one. And for this one, we're doing the ombre for 2 colors. It's not the combination of 2 colors, it's the ombre. One is on the top, another is on the bottom. So using a brush to help to tap off any excess. So do not worry, because if the first layer are not too thin, you could fix it on the next 2 coats. Just like that, to apply the powder and tap 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 on the nails. You just using your finger to help you to tap on the nails for the powder. By only one speed and speed. Actually, you could control the tapping speed and to make it more fast. And that's now we're going to apply the 3rd coat, because normally when you're doing the ombre now, the powder will not like the solid nail the simple way. When you dip into the powder, the color will be more full and more strong. But if you're doing the ombre, the colors will not so thick. So every time when we're doing the ombre now, we are going to do 3 coats. So we're going to use the brush how to tap off any excess. So we're going to apply the base again, because later we're going to using the clear powder to protect your nail design. So here's the points. You could use in the nail tips or any, just like the cuticle pusher or just like the spoon, to help to sprinkle on the nails. So we turn to another finger, we repeat this step. For this color, we are going to show you what numbers after the live stream, you can find our videos. So we're going to apply the base to your entire nail, and then using a brush to help to doing the sprinkle on the nail plate. For the top, we're going to using the purple shimmer. For the bottom, near the nail edge, we're going to using the orange shimmer. Every time you need to using a brush to help to tie off any excess. As you can see for the ombre way, the first layer is so thin. So do not worry, you could do it for the second layer and the third layer. It could help to make the designs looks more natural. And going to tie it off, because you could let the powder assault with the powder for seconds. So for the second layer, as you can see, the color is getting strong, getting full. But we are going to do the three coats, the third coat, because for this time we are going to fix where the color are not looks strong and looks not natural. So we're going to tap on the nails as your desired style, and then going to tie it off. Okay, the third coat is done. For the final, we are going to using the clear powder to protect your nail design for every time. We are going to apply the base to your entire nail again. So here's the point. Why we suggest you to apply the base to your entire nail evenly for every coat, because when you dip into or when you to screw the powder on your nails, and actually it needs your base to brush evenly, or you will feel very thick or plumpy. But if you follow our tutorial, as you can see, we don't have any plumpy problems. And you need to do more practice. So for this finger, we're going to dip into the powder. As you can see, when you dip into the powder, because the mouth of the jar is big enough, so although your nails are long, the powder will not easy to overflow or spill out. So here's the point. Our jar is the ½ ounce, but the mouth of the jar is bigger than other brands on the market. So actually when you dip into the powder, you do not feel the powder will be easy spill out. So we did it 2 times. As you can see, when we're doing the like the simple nails, 2 coats is enough. It's already strong. But when you're doing the ombre, you need to do 3 coats. Here's the points for the shimmer. We need to cover with the natural powder for final. And for our natural powder, you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit. Another surprise, when you buy in the G6402 combined with the dip powder accessories kit, you just need $45. So it's the favorable price. You could enter the Amazon.com by searching GHdip. You could see the combination of both kits. So we're going to dip into the powder and going to take out and tie off. Let's back to the tutorial. First, you need to brush evenly to your entire nail, and then dip into the powder with 45-degree angle and stay for seconds and take out and going to tie off. When you're going to tie off, you need to use a brush to help you. And now we're going to take out the natural powder. For this 2 ounce, the big size dip powder, the clear powder, you can find it from our dip powder accessories kit. It's 2 ounce, so it's durable and can be using for a long time. So as you can see, we're going to screw the powder and sprinkle on the nails. then your nails will not feel so thick. So we take out the dark purple shimmer. For this now we're gonna to do the simple basic using way to make it solid. So we dip into the powder, stay for a second, and take out. And going to tie off. As you can see, the shimmer looks bling bling like a star on the galaxy. Today our nail technician wear the designs of G6402 as well. So the color looks gorgeous, and it just like the autumn color, it fixed for all seasons, but this kind of the color is just very soft. So after 2 coats, we are going to apply the 3rd coat to apply the base to your entire nail, but please keep your brush flat and brush evenly for every time. You need to using the clear powder to help to protect your design. We're going to tie off. So turn to another finger. We repeat this step for this now. First, we need to apply the base to your entire nail, and then do not let the base to get on your cuticle. Put your finger 45-degree angle and dip into the color powder and going to tie it off. And then you need to use one brush to help to tie it off. For the second layer, we are going to apply it again to your entire nail. Brush evenly and then dip into the powder. Stay for a second and take out and tie off. Now we are going to using the dust remove brush to help to tie off any excess. For the shimmer color final, we are going to suggest you to using the clear powder to help to protect it, because later we are going to do the filing and the buffing directly without applying the activator, because our powder could be dried within 30 seconds by itself. So screw the powder. This way will help your nails will not feel so thick. So until now, we did not using any activator to make the powder get dry, because for our powder is the newest and unique formula on the market. So the powder could be dried within 30 seconds by itself. So after using, as you can see, we have the good weight. We are always to keep the cap tightly closed and clean the dirty place, because later we're going to do the filing and buffing. So for those now, we did not apply any activators. So when you buy in our fast drying dipping powder kit, do not using the activator before you're doing the filing. So we take out the nail machine, the nail drill. If you do not have the nail drill, you could use a nail file to help you. But if you have, you could use them, because for our powder nails, it's harder as the rock. We could doing the filing directly by the machine. So actually, you can see under your screen, you can see that for the G6402, it's on the lightning deal now, the limited time lightning deal now. On your time, the 2 to 10 p.m. to 8 to 10 p.m. the Pacific Daylight Time. So you can buy it now with only $25.5 US. It's favorable. You cannot meet this price for every time. It's just a limited time lightning deal. So please, you could focus on the GHdip. When you enter the Amazon.com by searching GHdip, you could search the item number code G6402 You could buy this now with only $25.5. You could get this G6402, the color kit. For this kit, including 4 pieces dip glue, and 6 pieces the Shimmer, the autumn color Shimmer. It's the color we are using now. So just buy it. And what's more, if you want to combine the dip powder accessories kit, it's okay too. So let's go back to the tutorial. As you can see on the screen, you can see that when you during the filing, you need to do the filing on your nail plate first and go to your cuticle part, because the cuticle part is so important to avoid the powder chipping off. So every time you need to file off any place which you feel not comfortable from your cuticle part. And as our live stream, we did not show you, actually for every time you need to push back your cuticle and cut off any excess of your cuticle part, because it's so important. Your cuticle part's skin will be moved and lifting for every day. So if you do not cut off any excess cuticle parts, the powder will be easily chipping off from the cuticle. So here's the very important point. And when we're doing the filing, we every time to file off the place when you think bumpy on the nail plate first and turn to the cuticle part. So if you do not have the nail machine, the nail drill, you could using the nail file to help you. And using a brush, going to tat off. So here's the nail file on the dip powder accessories kit. It has the both sides, 100 grit and 180 grit. You could use it to file off the bumpy place, and you could use it to shape your artificial nail. During the nail art process, you could use it to file off the bumpy place, or you could use it to shape your nail with refined shape. Because for this one, actually you could find 3 nail files from our dip powder accessories kit. One is for the natural nail to shape the natural nail. Another is like this one is with the little sponge on the middle, the central. So this nail file was more flexible. You could use it for the artificial nail to shape the nail. Today we are wearing the almond shape, and actually you could use any other shape like the coffin shape. I think it's popular for this almond shape. It's popular too. So for the nail shape, it just depends on your own nails and your hand style, the nail style. So we're going to doing the shaping for your artificial nail. For this one, as you can see, because the almond shape, you just need to turn your file with 45 degrees and then to shape the nails with both sides and turn a little bit angles and to shape the nail edge. Because for the almond shape is so special, for the nail edge, it is not like other shape. You just need to shape the both sides. So as you can see on the below on the right side, you can see for this one, the G6402, it's on the lightning deal now. So you could turn on to Amazon.com by searching GHdip, the G6402. You can find it on the lightning deal now. Only using $25.5 you could get this kit. And actually for this kit we have 6 pieces color, and you could select any color to do the combination of your nail art design. So we need to shape the nails just like that with both sides. Turn your file as the angle you desire. But do not over filing. And do not. So here we pick out our nail buffer. But for this nail buffer, it doesn't make your nail get shiny. It makes your it could be get rid of any oil, to remove any shine for your natural nails, and to smooth up your nail edge for your natural nails. And it could both use for the artificial nails during the nail art process. You can use it to grinding the nail surface more evenly, because later we're going to apply the activator and the top on, and let your nail surface looks more glossy. And another usage is to smooth up your nail edge. And one more thing, it could be using for your natural nail to sand down the large ridges on your natural nails. For this nail buffer, we got both sides. One side is 100 grits with extra coarseness and roughness, and another side is the 180 grits with the medium coarseness and roughness. So you could select any size suitable for your nails. And actually for this nail buffer, it's a special design. It's suitable for any kind of the nail shapes, because one head is the round, another head is square. So for the both heads, you could use it for different nail shapes. The most uses for this part, where we need to grinding the nail surface more evenly, because later we're going to apply the top to let the top looks more glossy. So guys, I want to remind you again, for this kit, the G6402, it's on the lightning deal now. Because for the lightning deal, you could get it just with the favorable price, $25.5. You could get this kit without consider any shipping costs. You could use it, you could buy this as the gift for your friends, because for our fast giant dipping powder, it's super easy to use. I think you could review all our Amazon reviews. You can see that most of our customers, they could use it although you are the beginner for doing the dip powder. So when you're buying this kit for your friends, I think it might be the surprise for them. And actually for the powder kits, you could use it to do the nail art with your friends. I think it's so funny. Yeah, actually, you could for the powder to do the nail art with your friends. I think you could compare with each other compare the skill between you and your friends, and see who could do the powder nails more best. So we are grinding the nail surface. Let's go back to the tutorial. We're doing the buffing for the nails. And every time when you're doing the buffing, if you are not so familiar to using the nail buffer, you could to control the speed and do it slightly. And as you can see, when we're doing the nails, during the filing or the buffing, our nail technician going to using 2 fingers to protect the critical skin, then your critical skin will not get scratched. Here's the important point: when you're doing the buffing, you need to using 2 fingers to hold your nails and to protect the critical skin. And do not let the buffer to scratch your cuticle skin. Here's the important part. 2 fingers to hold your nails. When you turn to the angles, turn to the cuticle part, you need to using the finger to help to protect. And cannot to over buffing or over filing. So every time when you're using the buffer, you need to soft the sharp part first. But for this kind of the things, you could buy our dip powder accessories kit. For the nail tools, it's just using for yourself. I think it's better. Because for our dip powder accessories kits, it's the salon quality. And with all kinds of the nail tools you want when you're doing the dip powder nails. So we're going to buffing the cuticle part. For the top finger, because it's more larger than other nails, so when you're doing the nail play, the buffing, you need to control the speed. You need to grinding the surface more evenly, but with rough surface. So I want to remind you guys for this. For the G6402, it's on the lightning deal now. If you are focusing on our GHdip, you could got this kit only $25.5 US. So now we are going to using the brush to help to brush off any dust particles. So we're going to using the lengthy wipe to wipe off any dust particle from a nail plate. If you do not have the lengthy wipe, you could using the any paper towel to help you. Because for this part, it's important too. When you're doing all this, you can let your powder be long lasting on your nails. So we're using the activator. Until now, we're just using only one time for the activator. For the activator, you need to make the top get dry and get shiny. We do not need it to make your powder get dry. So we just need to using only one time for the activator. You need to apply this very thin layer on your nail plate. And then we need to take out the number 3, the top. For our top, it's super shiny. So first, we need to apply one layer. The first layer. And then we need to using the tweezer to help to pick out the gold foil. So for the gold foil, you could use it on this part. You need to use it by using the tweezer to help to separate it and to put on your nails. Because for the gold foil is so light, so it could be easy to stick with your nails. Do not need to worry whether it will be easy come off. And actually for our top, it could let the gold foil stick with your nails. So actually for both way, we could using the gold foil to do the decoration, and then we need to apply another layer on to protect it. And we're going to turn to another finger. For another finger, we're going to apply the deco, the gems on it to make the designs looks more stand out. So we're going to using the trickster again to help you. When you see the half dry but still sticky, we're going to apply the second layer on. Because for our top coat could be dry within 1 minute. So after the second coat, you need to using the trickster to apply to pick out the gems, the diamonds, or any decoration you like directly, because our top coats will be fast get dry. So for another fingers, we are going to apply the first layer of our top. For the top, we're going to apply 2 layers. For the first layer, you need to apply the very thin layer, but brush evenly for every time. And then when you see that get a little bit dumb, half dry but still sticky, we're going to apply the second layer on. We are going to apply the second layer on, but every time please keep your brush evenly. Do not let the first layer totally dry, you need it half dry but still sticky. We are going to apply the second layer on. As you can see, why refiling, buffing and do all process? Because your nails will look more glossy. So for this hand, we're gonna finish. Return to another hand. We need to repeat this step. First, we need to apply the activator. So for the activator, you could apply it for whole nails, for whole fingers. Or you could do one by one if your speeds are not too fast. You cannot control the speeds very well. You could do fingers by fingers. You do not need to apply all fingers together. So for this now, we're going to do the decoration with the golden foil. For the gold foil, actually is so light and so thin, and actually is so easy to put it on the nails, and it will be stick with your nails easily. So we're going to use the trickster to help to put the gold foil on your nails randomly. And actually, I think most of clients, they like to do their gold foil on the whole nails or only the nail edge. It just depends on you. Here's the way. So for the second layer, we're going to apply it immediately when it half dry. So on the fingers, we're going to apply the first layer of the top first. And then if you see it, as you can see, when you brush it, it's glossy. When you see it a little bit matte, we're going to apply the second layer on. It's just seconds. Do not wait too long. We're going to apply the second layer and then to make the decoration with the gems. And another one is the diamond on the middle. It will stick with it, but you need to control the speed when you put all this stick with your nails, because for our top, it could be dried within 1 minute. So every time, as I mentioned, if you are not so familiar how to make all those process, you need to make it fingers by fingers if you have the time. But if you do not, you could by using the activator for all nails and apply the top for all nails. But you need to control the speed. For every time you need to seed it, half dry but still sticky, we're going to apply the second layer of the top immediately. Do not wait it totally dry. For our system, it's different from other brands on the market. For the second layer, we need to brush it much more than the first layer, and it looks glossy. We're going to apply the second layer on. As you can see, our Nathan is going to apply the second layer, and then you wait 1 minute and it will get dry. So here's the designs today. It's the 6 pieces, the autumn color with the shimmer. It looks beautiful, right? And for the gold foil, because it's so light, it's super easy to do the decoration. So we're already done for today's tutorial. Just focus on this kit. For this kit, the G6402, it's on the limited time lightning deal now. Just here, the now, you could enter the Amazon.com by searching GHdip and searching G6402. You could get the lightning deal for this kit with only $25.5. So just focus on our GHdip. Thanks for watching. See you next time.